Hey folks, today I am back in the Catskills and we are gonna hike Roundtop and Kaaterskill High Peak. Let's do it. I'm parked at the Roundtop trailhead. You can find that on Google. There are approximately, I don't know, 6 spots here. Man, there are a lot of frogs jumping around my feet. It is so soupy too. There is not an official path or trail to the summit of Roundtop, but there is a snowmobile trail up there. You can use that, but I think we're gonna spend most of our time bushwhacking today. I'm hoping 3.5 hours or less. Man, it's really wet up here. And yeah, hopefully it won't be too tough. All right, it's getting increasingly steep. However, the forest is really open. So, and we're making pretty good time, I would assume. Interesting, I came out of the woods here, found this trail. It looks like I was pushing a little bit further to the north or west, northwest, something like that. So this trail gives me a great opportunity to work my way back south, and then we can complete Roundtop. It's been a half hour, and we've gone 0.85 miles. So pretty much the entire way so far. There have been some cliffs on the left. There's the snowmobile trail, and I've actually found it much easier to walk just to the left of the snowmobile trail, at times just up in the woods, because it is much easier and not nearly as soaking wet. I'm like 1.3 miles in, and I think it's time to make a left and head up this steep section. Otherwise we're never going to get to the top. Got some blowdowns, some ledges. 1.8 miles, an hour and 5 minutes. And it's not fast going, but not super slow. It's things like this obstacle that are taking some time. But we'll keep pushing on. It shouldn't be that much further. For at least the last few minutes, I've been on what I can only describe as an actual herd path, which has been quite nice. We're making great progress. And we are almost to the Roundtop summit. It's just up here. I believe we are at the highest point on Roundtop. Whew. A little bit of open space up here. So on the top here, we've been traveling for an hour and 17 minutes. We've gone a little over 2 miles, and now we're going to head what I believe is that way. It's hard to tell in the middle of the woods, over to Kaaterskill High Peak. So let's get this show on the road. Scouting around, seeing if I can find an easy way down here. Looks really steep, but I did find Kaaterskill High Peak right there off in the distance. That's where we're heading to next. Makes me a little tired just looking at it. It's warm today too, so yeah, that's why I'm so sweaty. Well, this didn't turn out quite as I planned. Coming down off the top there, it was just, I don't know, mistake after mistake. I was trying to push east, and it was cliff, some danger, you know, like stuff I don't want to go down by myself for sure. So I called it, and I backtracked a bit, and I bushwhacked down to the north side of this Kaaterskill High Peak Trail, the snowmobile trail. I'm going to take this east to what I'm hoping is a small maintained trail, but it might just be a herd path that will lead us to the top. Yeah, didn't quite turn out like I wanted it to, but you need to be flexible, and although my body is very inflexible, my ability to change plans is good to go. There is a small cairn here. There are blue markers on these trees. I believe this is where we're gonna make our ascent of Kaaterskill High Peak from. So, man, these gnats are starting to bother me. At this point, we've traveled 3.5 miles and 2 hours and 13 minutes. I think I'm probably going to return this exact same way. Trails are really nice, even ones that aren't real trails. It's pretty consistent grade, and it's fairly steep, but making good progress. Here we are, 4 miles, 2 hours and 40 minutes. I guess I'm not going to make it back in 3.5, like I had guessed, but that's fine. It'll be pretty quick going back since there'll be no bushwhacking, or official bushwhacking. When I came up, I almost walked right past this down the trail towards, I think there's a lookout ledge over there, which we'll do next, but I'm feeling some raindrops. That sucks. But here is the summit. Canister summit area. There's High Peak. Let's see if we can find the high ground, because I don't think that was it. Guess it's right next to the trail. Guess so. Good enough for me. Right next to the trail that we're going to go down on. All right. Let's see if there's another view down here. All right, let me show you what we've got here. All right, I think that is Indian Head. Then we have Twin, south, north. Up there is Sugarloaf, and beyond that is Plateau. I've got a video on that. I'll put it on the screen or in the description. You can check that out. Did it in a day. It's pretty cool. All right, let's head back. I can't tell which way I came up. I bet you they all go to the same place. All right, after 4 hours and 8 minutes, I'm back at this intersection. I think I'm gonna bushwhack back. The trail ends up at that parking lot, but it's not a direct route, so this may or may not be faster. We'll find out. All right, so that was Roundtop and Kaaterskill High Peak. That was a pretty interesting day. We did some bushwhacking. We followed some herd paths. We were on the snowmobile trail. That was 7.88 miles in 4 hours and 35 minutes or so. It was a really good day. I enjoyed it. Yeah, there's something about the Catskills that I really like. I've never been disappointed. So I thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will talk to you later.